Good morning once again. Just let me know if my voice is clear here and you can hear me. Okay. In the last class, we stopped at power knowledge and the panopticism. So we covered the power knowledge, and now we will go through the panopticism. If you know about the panopticon, a panopticon is basically a surveillance system inside a prison. If you see the image here, these are the prison cells. In between standing is the panopticon. Basically, it's a surveillance system where the guards are kind of looking around the prison cells, and all the prison cells are under the surveillance, which is done through this panopticon. Panopticon sometimes are empty, nobody is there, but it gives a assumption, or you can say an illusion to the convicts, the prisoners, that there is someone watching us. So they behave out of that their habit. So this is how the panopticon works. Now, panopticon uh, kind of derives a theory which is known as panopticism. And the panopticism is not only for the prison. Panopticism is also for different other like categories like advertisement, society, school, education, health center. So everywhere this theory works. So let's see how the panopticism works in visual culture. So we studied about a few theories from Foucault. So Foucault also has a theory, had a theory which was basically based on panopticism. So according to Foucault, we internalize a managerial gaze that watches over us, and this imagined gaze makes us behave and conform. This is called panopticon. We all have a sort of sense, or you can say an illusion, that someone is watching us all the time. We have this, like we are watched by maybe the government, we are watched by the advertisers, we are watched by uh, like society. And these things, when it comes in our mind, we have that illusion that uh, someone is watching us continuously, and that illusion becomes sometimes reality. It's not illusion anymore. We tend to start believing that. So it's a it idea is the idea about is that it's a structure of surveillance, whether active or not, produces conforming behavior. So just like in panopticon, sometimes it is active, sometimes it is not active, but it produces the conforming behavior from the prisoners. Just like us, we tend to believe that someone is continuously watching us, and we tend to believe that we are 24/7 under surveillance, and we behave in that way. For example, if we talk about society, now you or anyone else, they try their best to conform with the society. Whatever mobile phones, whatever clothing, cars people are using, people try to uh, achieve those things. People try to have those things so that they can cope up with the society. So they can conform with the society. They believe that if they will not do that, they might not be belonging to that like society anymore. So it's a kind of behavior that you believe we are under like continuous surveillance, and if we don't do that, we might be kicked out, something like that. So this is a panoptican theory, a panopticism. Now, how prevalent is the idea of photographic identification? To what extent is the photograph integrated into institutional life? How are these photographs tied to question of power? Nowadays, you see photograph are be like this is one part of the panopticism. So let's see, one part is the photography. Now, photography in sense of what? Identification. Now, our photographs has become identification of ourselves. Like for example, like I have a photograph which is on my passport, which is on my ID card, which is on my Facebook account, which is on my Instagram account. So it has become like an identification of me. So it's basically like a part which is of my life, which is making me believe that this is me, and this is how people will identify me. This is one of the part of the panopticism. Like people are watching me, people are looking at me through Twitter, through Instagram, through my ID card, through my uh, other like social media accounts or passports or wherever I have my photograph. Now, let's move from uh, the gaze to the gaze and the exotic. Usually, the photographic gaze helps us to establish relationships of power, to represent codes of dominance and subjugation, differences, and other. When you see photographs, you try to find a difference between the photograph that you're looking at and the photograph that you have already seen, and maybe the photograph you're going to look after the current photograph you're looking at. So the differences, what it will do, differences helps you to make relationships between each other. Now that like differences can be like about dominance, it can be subjugation, it can be some other like sort of things. Now images operate within binary oppositions such as civilization, nature, white, other, male, female. So there are binary oppositions. So if we are talking about civilization, like we are talking about people. So what happens is that the opposite of people, you look at nature. If you look at a picture of a skyline of buildings of Dubai or New York, so opposite, you will look at some other areas like a landscape of a mountainous area or a garden or something like that. If you're looking at a white background picture, minimalistic, so that means the opposite will be something cluttered. If you're looking at a picture of a male, so opposite obviously will be a female. So binary oppositions like designate the first category as unmarked, the norm, and the second as marked, the other. So there is a norm, and then there is the other. So the first category is unmarked, which is the normal one, and the second is the marked, which is known as the other. Now let's see how we can uh, like divide them and how, like what's in detail like there is. So how is meaning established through differences? When you look at pictures, you find it different. Like here, you look at a picture of a man in a suit, so you know uh, at what part of the world he belongs to, and then you look at the other person from a village or like a like someone who's living in a remote areas, and then he make his living out of selling natural things. So this is how you find differences between pictures, entirely two different images you look at. This is one way of doing. Okay. Now the next slide here is about images are central in the production of Orientalism. The ways in which Western culture attributes to Eastern and Middle Eastern cultures and like qualities of like exoticism and barbarism. Sometimes what happens, people in West, they might not know how the eastern part of the world looks and how the Middle Eastern part of the world looks. So they create a vision by themselves. Maybe it comes out of fantasies, maybe it comes out of news, whether true or false. So they make their own like world of fantasy about those area. Same thing goes with the Eastern people. When Eastern people thinks about the West, like the West, so they make their own uh, visuals about the West. So it's all based on our own perception in the end. So if I have never been to West, I will have a picture of West which I draw by all kind of experience I face, or whatever I have seen about the West in my entire life. So I will make it uh, sort of a picture. I will draw a sort of a picture of that. Now the consumer is interpolated in this ad as a white person who can buy an authentic exotic experience. Now here, if we talk about West in the West, when we talk about uh, like having a nice like Middle Eastern dinner outside, which is like the Orientalism, like Oriental dinner, if we talk about. So in West, if we go to eat, go somewhere outside to eat a authentic Middle Eastern food, so they will provide as much authentic experience to it. But for them, the authentic experience will be the experience that will give you an exotic experience, an authentic exotic experience where you have, for example, belly dance is very famous in Egypt or in Morocco or in other countries. So from that part, they will bring that culture, okay, and present it in their like you can say restaurants, okay. So this will become an authentic part, whether it is related to it or not, but it has become the exotic experience. It will become the part of the exotic experience. So basically, this is how the exotic experiences works. Same way, for example, if we go to a Western restaurant, so no matter what kind of Western food they're serving, if you will go and you will find the waiters and waitresses and the workers over there wearing cowboy like a cowboy suits. There is a uh, like bull horns hanging on the wall. There are pictures of horses, cowboys on the walls. So automatically you will start feeling that you are in that western part of the world. Now in reality, it is not the West 100%. It is West, but it's the countryside of the West. Not the whole West is cowboy, but as the people who have never been to the West or never have experienced the Western culture, for them, cowboys are exotic Western like authentic experience. This is how these things are uh, like comes into the culture, and this is how they are shown in the culture. So this is how visually you get like these kind of experience. Any questions so far about this like the whole topics that we have gone through till so far? Is everything clear? Any question? Thank you, Shivam. Okay. So as I told you before starting this chapter, like this like topic of the chapter, I told you that it will be quite short because when I checked the last, we stopped at power, knowledge, and panopticism at this part, but actually the like I didn't notice last time that the remaining portion is not too long. So that's why we were able to finish the whole thing more quickly here. Now, the next chapter will be about the reproduction in visual technologies, but I don't want to continue it today. So, like today, you just got finished earlier. So, if you have any question related to assignments or projects, just let me know about this. To get connected with me, Shivam, you can join my Twitter account and my Instagram account and my Facebook account. It's given on my channel. If you will go to the channel, you will see they're there. So I'm quite active there. If you have any questions, anything you want to ask, so you can connect with me there. So any question regarding the assignments? Because uh, I'm not sure if anyone of you faced any issues doing this assignment, like the second assignment, I believe. Okay. You still have time for the second assignment. It is due on 28th of February. So if you like come up with any question in between, so just let me know. Till then, I will like dismiss you all. And next class we'll meet and we will go through the next topic, which is reproduction and visual technologies. So it's a quite interesting topic. It's basically it's more related to the visual culture the with the technology and the changes in the technology from the beginning. So uh, it contains a lot of good like visuals and so many like nice topics and theories over here. So let's meet in the next class. So take care by then. If you have any questions, you can ask me on Microsoft Teams, or you can if it is a chapter specific related question, you can also write your question under the comment section below. Okay, everyone. So take care and we'll meet next class. You're welcome, everyone.